you're feeling confused about the topic of money and how to manage it more effectively, you found the right video. Hey, it's Vikram, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to develop money management skills. Now, growing up, I noticed that I was very tight-fisted with money. And as I started to make my own money and I became an adult, I was spending money like nobody's business. And it was only much later on did I notice that I lacked the ability to manage my money effectively. And that's why if you stay with me till the very end of this very important video, I'll be showing you 5 powerful money management skills, stuff that you need to know that has helped me in my life and given me some serious perspective on the topic of money, to where now I'm managing it more effectively, spending more wisely, and investing it like a boss. And pretty soon you'll be able to do the same. Now you may be wondering, what's the cost of this information? Well, all I'm going to ask you in return for this amazing information is one simple like on this video for the YouTube algorithm. I know the drill by now, Vikram. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below. No, but seriously, if you would please take a moment to hit that like button, it would help me out tremendously and would allow me to reach out to so many other people who need help with their finances, their personal development, and so much more. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Money management skill number 1 is financial education. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but there was a serious lack of knowledge with regard to money and finances as I was growing up. When that transition took place from childhood to adolescence to adulthood, by the time I reached this point, I started to notice that I was not really equipped with the skills that were needed to know how to manage money and also deal with finances in an intelligent way. Contrary to what you might hear out there, getting your finances in order is not that complicated. But it takes time to develop and you need to be smart about it. Picking up a newspaper, reading an article online, or even watching a video like this can go a long way towards increasing your knowledge about finances and money management. Look, what I'm trying to say is that money management is a learnable skill. Yes, you can do it. But once again, it's gonna cost you something. The truth is that when you start to learn about money and how to manage it, you start to see that it is a constant process that you need to grow into and constantly improve. But if you're young and you're just starting off, there's a lot you can do to improve your situation. The best way to get to doing this is to start somewhere and begin educating yourself. There are multiple sources to help understand money a lot better, and it's all available for free on the internet. And these are really the skills that I wish I had back in the day. And if that isn't your cup of tea, you can always find someone who is knowledgeable about money to help you out with regard to how you can go about doing this. Depending on what stage in life you are and what your financial goals are, whether it's financial stability, financial independence, or it's financial abundance and building wealth, you need to get your ideas on the right track if you're going to move towards those goals in the right way. And what I mean by that is, not only are you going to learn all of this stuff in stages, the people who are going to communicate their information to you about how to manage money, it's going to change based on the goal that you have. And more often than not, when it comes to the game of money and how you manage it, you're going to have to grow into these different stages as you improve your financial situation. The long and short of it is this: the more financially aware and educated you are in relation to how money works and how to manage it, starting from where you are now and how you want to get to your ultimate financial goal, this entire journey of how you build your awareness, that is the most important thing. Remember that clarity is power. So long as you know exactly where you are right now and where you would like to be at the end of your financial journey, you know that it is going to take these particular steps to get there, you are going to be in control no matter what. And if all of this doesn't work, you can always hire for yourself a certified financial planner or a financial advisor who can help you out with this stuff. But it's called personal finance for a reason, and you need to be aware, you need to educate yourself and learn how to develop more money management skills that are going to help you throughout your financial journey. The second money management skill is to track your spending and begin budgeting. Now I know you may be thinking, but Vikram, I don't have to learn how to track my money because I know exactly how much I spend. Well, the truth is most people don't. Hey, if you're not currently tracking your finances and you're noticing exactly what you spend on an ongoing basis, you're going to be in big trouble later on. Unless your last name ends with Trump or Buffett, you're going to have a big issue if you don't learn how to manage your spending habits. And yes, they are spending habits. What do I mean by this? See, the way that you spend your money today is not a result of something that you did overnight. On Friday, you decided to go shopping. On Saturday, you decided to go out with friends. And on Sunday, you decided to order that pizza and just stay home. Now, these are all things that we all normally do. But the bigger problem here is spending money that you don't actually have or money that you need for other things. And when it comes to tracking your spending and budgeting, that's exactly what you need to know. What are my financial needs? It's based on these needs that you need to start working backwards. What that means is if you have a financial goal of say $10,000 per month and that's what you need, which might be crazy because you don't need $10,000 per month to survive. But if that $10,000 was your immediate need or what you needed to achieve in order to live a good life, you need to work backwards from there. How much do you have in your bank account right now to support that $10,000 lifestyle? How much do you earn in order to meet that $10,000 goal? And the most important thing is, how am I going to save and invest to meet that $10,000 goal in order to make sure that when a rainy day comes by, that I am not left out? So here's a little exercise for you that I would like you to engage in after this video. I'd like you to track everything that you spend for the next 1 month. Yep, for the next 1 month. If there's one thing that you can do today to improve your financial situation significantly, it's this one money management skill. Track exactly how much you're spending wisely and consciously, and at the same time budget so that you know exactly where your money is going into different things and exactly what numbers you need to meet so that your financial goals are always met. Now, although this might be tedious and might take time to develop into a habit, it will pay off. And the truth is, if you don't learn how to do this now, you're going to continue to struggle forever, or you're maybe just going to have a ton of credit card debt at the end. Track your spending constantly, manage your money effectively by having a budget, and I promise you that you will have a significant money management skill by your side for life. Money management skill number 3 is probably the one that has the most benefit if you can master it. It's the concept of delaying gratification. Vikram, can you cut the psychology language and tell me exactly what you're trying to say? Sure. What I'm talking about here is learning how to manage your emotions whenever you are making a purchase and thinking about financial decisions. Look, when we're about to buy something or we're going to invest in something, what we need to understand is that majority of the time we are going to be guided by our emotions. And if you didn't know this already, people buy because of emotions and then they back it up with logic. What that means is that I might buy this amazing shirt because it makes me feel good when I wear it, but it's actually being backed up by the logic that, oh, there was a really good price or it was on sale, that's why I bought it. So one of the key money management skills that you need to know here is that when these emotions start to kick up, whenever you want to buy something or you need to make a financial decision, is that what am I going to do? And that goes back another stage to exactly what are you thinking at that point of time. Oh, these shades, I absolutely need to have them. Oh, this phone, I need to own it right now. My life wouldn't be the same without this laptop, would it? Whenever you're about to buy something, think again. Think twice, think 3 times. Do you actually want it or do you actually need it? More often than not, whenever it comes to bad spending habits, it's what happens when we want something versus when we need it. Simply spend less time thinking about all of the things that you want and then focus on the needs first. Now, I know that this is probably not conventional financial wisdom, But once again, more often than not, what do we find? Conventional financial wisdom is usually wrong. So the next time you want to make a financial decision, you're about to buy something, always pay attention to your emotions. At that point of time, ask yourself, do I really want this? Do I really need this? And is this money better spent or invested on something else? Always be consciously aware of what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're doing whenever it comes to spending money. It's only a little bit later do we realize that what I wanted in the moment is probably not what I really wanted. It was probably something else. So that money was wasted on something that you didn't even really want. Now look, I'm not saying don't buy the things that you would like to have for yourself, but I'm saying give it some time. Learn how to manage your money better first. After you've learned how to manage your money and you know exactly what you're spending on a particular thing, you've set a budget for it and you know that you can afford it and so on and so forth, then go ahead and purchase it. If you can find joy in buying things later, buying the things that you actually need, and then ultimately spending money on what you want, then you will have more fulfillment because you are learning how to manage your money more effectively. And that is a significant skill that you can use to guide your financial decisions anytime in the future. And that leads to step number 4 to manage your money better, and that is saving between 10 to 50% of anything that you make. 50%? Vikram, I can't save 50%. Okay, no problem. Start off with the minimum of 10%. What that means is if you're making around $10,000 a month, you need to save a minimum of $1,000. But again, what I'm trying to say here is that you need to develop the right habits to make sure that you are able to save more for yourself and the future, especially if a rainy day comes by. Look, if you're waiting for a miracle to happen, it never will. You may have some help and some support, but you need to be in charge of how much you save and be intelligent about it. This again relates closely with the budgeting that you do for yourself. Don't complicate it. Save that 10% starting today. Try and be as consistent at it as possible. The more smart you are with your saving, and if you can live below your means whenever possible, ultimately when you do need the money, then it's going to be available to you. Save consistently and invest wisely. You'll slowly start to see that over a period of time, that your money has actually built up into a pretty sizable nest egg. And as your income continues to grow and you have more money to work with, you can slowly increase that 10% to 20%, 30%, 40%, and even up to 50 or 60%. A lot of this relates to how you lead your life, what your lifestyle is like, what your needs and wants are, and so much more. But if you can budget and delay gratification, you can always have a lot of money left to spare to do whatever you would like, because ultimately you have gotten into that habit of managing money pretty smartly. Essentially, the more that you have, the more that you can save, and ultimately you have more money to invest and have those investments pay for your lifestyle and then live for free. Or at least live pretty comfortably. Money management skill number 5 is my challenge to you. It's time to think less like a spender and more like an investor. The fact of the matter is that you are trying to develop habits here. Habits that are going to help you manage your money better and build a financial future that is secure for you. And if you're going to achieve that and so much more, what you need to start off with is all of the tips that I've shared with you in this video. But additional to that, regardless of what your financial goal is, what you need to know is that instead of being a consumer, you need to start thinking more like an investor who is putting some money or guiding some money into one particular thing that is going to pay you off long term. And that's really the key. You, my friend, you need to start thinking long term. Where am I going to be financially 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 years from now? Look, you may have the greatest money management skills in the world, but if you're not consistent with them and you don't think long term, it is all going to be short-lived. The more money that you make, the more money challenges you are going to have. And if you don't learn how to handle these ongoing money challenges early on, you're going to continue struggle because you lack the money management skills. Majority of the time, it's not that people lack the money management skills, it's that they lack the ability to apply them in their life consistently. So that's why it's my humble request to you that you start learning and applying all of these money management skills that I've shared with you today. Don't just hear it for what it is, actually take this stuff and apply it in your life. And make sure you comment down below and let me know what kind of results you see and which one of these tips you find to be the most effective. What I have personally understood is that in the financial game, in the game of money, money management skills play a vital role, and the sooner that you develop this, the better you are going to have it later on in your life. The more time you spend thinking how this is not important and it has no relevance to you, the more you're going to struggle for the rest of your life. Constantly evolving in terms of your understanding of how to make money, how to spend it and manage it effectively, and at the same time save and invest it so that you make sure that you don't run into any problems. Those are the things that are going to set you up for financial success. You know, spending carelessly was one among many of the major mistakes that I made on my financial journey. And if you want to avoid them and know exactly what these money mistakes are, then I highly encourage you to watch this video here, hit the I button and check that video out so that you avoid these mistakes at all costs. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. If you found this video of value, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Go ahead and share this video with your family and friends to make sure that they also build their knowledge base with regard to the exact money management skills that are going to improve their life in a profound way. Feel free to add me on Instagram or Facebook if you want to be part of it there. And if this is your first time here and you want to transform yourself, improve all areas of your life where you're maybe struggling right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, because I am going to help you evolve. This is Vikram signing off, and I'm going to see you in the next session.